So, Mommy T, there's a woman watching us right now who would like to start building on the freedom that God has given her, that baseline freedom that we all have from birth. Um, how do you encourage her to go about it? Because I know that, like I said in the beginning of this podcast, you were able to go on the internet and you've been able to learn a skill which is now which is now forcing you to become a multi-level employer, to employ more people to support your business growth and to serve,
Yeah.
your clients. How do you think a woman who is listening can go about it right now?
Oh, beautiful. Yes, I can talk about this all day. First thing, sister, understand that you are beautifully and you are fearfully made. Beautifully and fearfully made, and you resemble God, meaning that you are quite capable of doing everything that your heart desires. And it may sound like much, but it is not much. You are capable. For the fact that you have an urge in you that you want to do something, you are capable. First thing, you are capable. The second thing, you need to plan. What do you want to do? You take an inventory of what you have, because definitely you have something. You just need to add to what you have to be able to get what you really want. So what do you have in your hand currently? What skills do you have? What abilities do you have? What time, what resources do you have in your hands right now as we speak? That's the second thing. When you have taken that inventory, definitely you would realize that there are some things that you still need to add to those that you have. Do you need a mentor? Most often, we choose people whom we cannot access or whom we cannot gain access to. Yes, you may see somebody doing wonderful things on the internet and you are like, oh, I admire what this person is doing. Let me be mentored by this person. It is beautiful, it is doable. But it will be helpful if you see somebody whom you can call, somebody whom you can have a conversation with, somebody who will take his or her time to give you the different lines or the ropes you should follow in order to get to where you want to get to. The fourth thing is that you need to start now. Don't wait for the sweet by and by. You can never be ready. There can never be a perfect timing. The next perfect time is now. And so you should just get on it. Remember, the beginning is going to be messy and you are going to make a lot of errors. A lot of them. But with every error, you are moving an inch towards betterment. And you are yearning towards perfection, even irrespective of how elusive it can be. Of course, when you make your errors, you will reiterate until you move to perfection. If perfection exists, you will just get better. Now, from my personal experience, if you think that you are so desperate, if you think that your case is so bad, I can quote you cases that were worse. The base that you need, some people will say that, oh, I do not have the finances. No. The base or basic thing that you need is for you to find a customer who has or who wants the service or the good that you are offering. And know that your good is value. Once value is valuable, somebody will want to pay for it. It starts with a customer. I live in a society, I live in a community where people are heartbeat on I do not have any capital. I do not have any money to start. This business needs that. I go open a big shop. I create a website. No, they get into all these things which are really, really not the basic things. Just start. When I started my first line of business, Delightsome Products, that I used to make, or under that line of business, I used to make candies. I used to make peanut butter, and I used to make liquid soap. Delightsome Products, Tasty Delights candies, Tasty Delights peanut butter, and Sparkling Delight washing liquid soap. And I did that from the comfort of my house. My living room, my kitchen were my workshops, were my factories. And I'll get online and I'll post my products, and people would request, they'll place orders, and I'll deliver. It wasn't big. And like I just told CV here, when we had a crisis, a political crisis, and we were forced to be home for like 50 days, it was, I thought that I would lose my mind. I had to go into the old clothes and the pieces and materials that were in the house, and I sorted them out, and I just started trying my hands, trying to do some craft. Because I've always loved craft, that's true. But I sat and I thought, what could I do? I started making bows, hair bows. I made flowers, I made rosettes, I made ribbons, I made many things. And then I got online and I went on Facebook, and I saw how people make hats and fascinators. And I learned. I spent hours online learning and perfecting. And I still have a lot of material in the house here, which I consider waste. But those are the indicators of the number of hours that I put in learning. So understand that you will learn, you will make errors, it will look as if you are failing, and then you will learn again. And then you will grow. Now, the other thing is that please always look out of the boundaries of yourself. Just like you can get help from everywhere if you look clearly, so are you the help of somebody else. You cannot live this life on your own. There are people whose lives will never get better until they get to meeting you. And think of what will happen to these people's lives if they eventually get to you and you are empty-handed. God bless you if you have a rich and a supportive partner, husband, however, God bless you. But God forbid, what if this person is taken out of the equation? How would you survive? How would you survive? Irrespective of the legacy or the savings or the what would I say, investments that this person makes in order to keep you comfortable, you can still do more. You could have done more. There are humanitarian foundations that do things for nations. If they were thinking only about their village or their tribe or their family or if they had put some kind of a cap on the things that they had to do, they would not have gone that far. So, sisters, believe in yourself. Understand that you have a well of potential, whether you are aware of it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not. God did not send you to this world to come and stroll. He did not create you and then sat back and start wondering, but why did I create Sylvie? Why did I create Mary? No, God had a purpose that was existing, and He decided that, okay, this purpose can be well executed by Mary, can be well executed by Sylvie, can be well executed by Janet or whoever, and He sent you to come and execute it. So nobody came around here to stroll around to check what the others are doing and then start doing what has been kept undone. No, all of us came with a purpose and with a focus. So imagine what is happening on your lane. when you do not take up the reins of your life and live it to the full. And like I mentioned before, financial independence may just be one, but it is a powerful stream. It is a very, we live in a world where everything everything can be sold and bought, even oxygen. So imagine a world where you cannot buy oxygen and you are sick to die. And the next person, those who have made enough money, can keep living on artificial oxygen and prolonging their lives. Well, not to become that extreme, but I need you to understand that he who brings in the finances calls the shot. Do you know why? Because that person, especially the people who bring in their own money, they have built confidence over the years. And how did they build confidence? From rising and falling and developing their muscles. So it is not late for you to start something. I know of women who started businesses without their husbands even knowing, and it was out of disrespect and not out of some kind of conspiracy, because they felt that a day would come where that little thing that they are doing on the side will save the day. And it did not only save the day, it saved their lives when their spouses lost their jobs, or their businesses came into an unfortunate situation, or they actually passed. And how did they gather this money? From their upkeep money from their spouses. They knew that it is always better to multiply the money. There is no money that does not get finished if it is not multiplied. So it is in the interest of every woman to work to execute their freedom in every light, but especially their financial freedom. Express your financial freedom by thinking of how you can proliferate, how you can multiply, how you can diversify the number of things that you do. And the best thing about women is that we have an inbuilt mechanism to multitask. We are very ingenious, and we are very, very resourceful. We can handle it, we can juggle a lot of things. That is the way God created us. And so rather than limiting ourselves to only some of these things, let us, to the best of our ability, make use of all the strengths that we have been built with, that are inbuilt in us, to create a life that will be fascinating, to create a life that will look as though it is out of this world. And as a small perk, that man whom you think gives you is capable of giving you everything that you need, that man is somebody's son. You understand? That man is somebody's brother. That man is somebody's friend. That man is somebody's father. That man, like every other human being, will be happy to receive help sometimes. He may not say it, but try it. He will be happy that you can take care of some of the things or some of the businesses that concerns both of you, that you can take care of yourself, and that you can as well take care of him. Sylvie,